Hey everyone, Tony Avanov here, and today I'm going to give you guys a little video of my next upcoming play that I'm watching. Now, if you've noticed, I haven't really been posting too many videos, and that's mainly because I'm not trading as much as I was in the past. This current month of August has been very slow, and it's just not worthwhile to trade every single day. I come to the markets, I watch for like 2 hours, and there's just nothing that's really too uh valuable to me. No good chart setups, no good daily breakouts. Yeah, there's some here and there. There's some 20% spikes every single day, but they're super hard to play and they're not consistent. So instead of trying to trade every single day, I'm looking for the A quality setup that I believe can run big in the future. So I do have that play today. And I'm going to break down exactly what I like about it and what my plan is if it does become a potential trade for me. So with that being said, hopefully you guys enjoy this lesson and you learn something. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me, tony@tonyavanov.com, or you can post a comment down in the comment section below. Alright guys, hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you guys later. Alright everyone, so today is August 20th, 2018. It's a Monday, and today was, once again a very slow day. We had almost actually no morning spikes whatsoever today. So it was kind of a boring day. Didn't take any trades whatsoever. I was just mainly researching and looking for potential plays. Because like I said in the intro, instead of just trying to trade whatever moves, it's way more valuable to just locate that one clean, crisp chart pattern that has the biggest potential to move in the future. So with that being said, I am watching TNXP. So TNXP is a medium-sized penny stock, has a float of, let me just get the Yahoo Finance up real fast. So just real quick for anyone who is questioning, hey Tony, how can I find float really fast? So all you have to do is go to Yahoo Finance. Let me close this out. Go to Yahoo Finance and just type in the ticker symbol of whatever company you want to look up. Here is TNXP. There it is, TNXP. And then we click on it and then go to statistics. And that is where you will find the float number. So it's down here. Float is just under 8 million shares. So it's not a super small float, but it still is a relatively small float, which is good. Low float means that it has potential to spike. And then the main thing I like about TNXP is this massive gap it has to fill. So we can see that the top of this gap is 159. That was set on July 27th. Had a massive gap down and had resistance at 160 when it tried to spike up. Held consolidation all above $1, which is very important actually. If you guys know, if you've been studying, you know that the $1 level is very significant resistance for penny stocks. And the main reason for that is just because it's a round psychological number. The main reason why prices move, as we all know, is because of people. When people buy, it causes the price to go up. When people sell, it causes the price to go down. And all of these chart patterns and all this technical analysis really is just a mind game. We're using our technical analysis to estimate where other people are going to buy and sell. And like I said, that $1 mark is just a huge psychological number, because once a penny stock moves from $1 down to 99 cents, yeah, it's only moved 1 cent overall, but it's lost its dollar status. So this overall has a very strong impact as support and resistance, and you will often see that it'll act as support and resistance, and that's what happened here. So we set resistance there at $1, and then on the 15th of this month, it had a pretty nice bounce from $1 and hit 150, and you can see it also kind of hit this 13 EMA, which is also just, once again, another indicator that people use essentially as support and resistance. It has no real meaning to it. It's just because people see that number and they see the line, and once the price approaches that line from the bottom, they treat it as resistance, and when the price approaches from the top, it's treated as support. So we can see that we have resistance at 159 from this day here. I'll actually mark that in yellow since it's more significant. So there it is, 159, 160, and then we have this white resistance at 150. We can see today we had a pretty nice higher move on up, and you can see in between these 2 days we had a nice slow and steady higher low formation form. Excuse me. So essentially what my plan is I am looking to see if TNXP can break over 150. If it can break over 150, then we'll be like way clear over the 13 EMA, so that will no longer be resistance, and we will cross another whole number. This time it's the $0.50. So just a quick recap for you guys. As far as psychological numbers go, the most important ones are our whole dollars, our $0.50, and our $0.25. And of course, the whole dollars are the strongest, and the $0.25 are the weakest, with the $0.50 kind of in between there. So this 150 area is obvious psychological resistance for this stock. And if we can see this break over 150, then we can see an influx of buying from people who see this nice breakout setup and they see the gap fill. So here will be some early buyers buying the 150 breakout, anticipating the break over 160 to go into this massive gap fill of at least $2.50. So that's exactly what my plan is. I'm watching TNXP to see if it could have any type of move where it goes over 150. If it does go over 150, I'll go long it. I'll start my position. And if all goes well, I'll keep on adding into my position as we break over 160, and then planning on selling into the massive rip that comes up, because I mean, we've seen gap fill patterns very often. They work very well. I've had great success with gap fill patterns, and so have my students. And this is kind of one that's just like dormant right now. Not too many people see it, not too well known quite yet, but once it starts to break over 150 and then that 160 mark, and especially if it can do it on news, then that would be very awesome, and we should see a very nice rip on up. Now, with that being said, I am not saying to buy into TNXP right now, and I have no position whatsoever in TNXP. I only want to buy TNXP if it can show that it can break over 150. If it can't break over 150, then I don't care. I'm not going to touch it, and I'll just move on to the next trade. So just to recap, my plan is to buy TNXP on its break over 150 on good buying volume, anticipating the break over 160, and then I'll take my profits into the move higher. Now, what happens if we break over 150 and then we don't break over 160? Then I'll simply just cut the loss for around 5 cents a share. Simple as that. We don't know if it's going to work, but it's a good risk reward pattern, and that's the main thing about it. Our risk is, you know, say 5 cents a share. We could even expand it to 10 cents a share, but that's a bit too high for a stock that's only $1.50. So I would keep it, you know, pretty tight around 5 cents a share. What's our potential for profit? Well, at least 160 if we get that breakout. So already it's a 2-to-1 risk reward ratio. If you risk 5 cents to make 10 cents, that's great. But this one has an even bigger ratio, because our potential for profit, technically, according to technical analysis, is over $1 per share. So we're risking 5 cents a share to make $1 per share. You can take that trade 20 times, fail every single one, and then on the last one you profit, and you essentially wipe out all those trades. So it just goes to show how powerful a strong risk reward pattern is, and that's really what I'm focusing on in this current market environment. Now, as we all know, August is super slow, and unfortunately we might have this, you know, slow period continue, but eventually it will turn. As we get closer to fall and winter, we do see the stock market heat up a bit more, so we could definitely see a lot more spikes and a lot more rips. As we all know, January is one of the hottest times of the year. This past January was extremely awesome. We had 200% spikes, you know, 3 times a day, and that's essentially just because people like to trade at the beginning of the year. They like to hit their profit goals, and then as the year goes on, people kind of slow down and relax, and then at the end of the year, people just get rejuvenated and they are hyped up again to trade for the new year. So hopefully we'll see some more volume soon, but until then, we have to trade smart, and we have to trade safe. And essentially how I do that is just by, you know, just locating the best possible risk reward patterns and just focusing on those and striking those. Alright guys, so thank you all so much for watching this quick little video. Hopefully it helped you guys out. I do recommend you add TNXP to your watch list. I do think it has some potential, and we'll see what happens. Alrighty, guys. So thank you all so much, and I'll see you all in the next video.